4th and inches. Darrell Williams, he breaks a tackle. 10-5, touchdown! Edwards-Hilaire looks like Marcus Allen. Tonight he's rushed for over 150 yards.
Allen floats in, and what a pick!
The Bills have got some soul searching to do.
Oh yeah, Chiefs get a very big mid-October victory.
Bills certainly soul searched all the way back to Arrowhead for an AFC Championship game. Jeff Chadiha, the latest on the champs. Jeff?
Well, thanks, Rich. And obviously, Patrick Mahomes had a long week last week going through concussion protocol. He was cleared on Friday, but he was able to be on the field for practice for all 3 days. And the Chiefs were pretty confident about what he was going to be able to do. In fact, he talked about just being able to go through those tests, dealing with the doctors, just making sure everything was right and there were no lingering effects. But be honest with you, that toe injury, that turf toe, is probably the bigger issue for Mahomes. He downplayed it, but it may affect his mobility in this game, and Andy Reid knows he needs his quarterback to be able to move around and be as good as he always is. And now we'll send it over to Mooch with more on this game.
All right, welcome now to the Lowe's home studio. And Irv, I'm going to start with you. Kurt's over there in Lambeau Field, right? Who needs to step up for the Chiefs today?
Coach, I'm trying to talk to you and look you right in your eyes, but there's 3 sets of eyes with these things you have on your socks right here. Coach, that's you on your socks.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's what Kurt had on last week.
Yeah, where's yours?
Yeah, I told you mine. They gave mine away.
Sandy gave them away.
Yeah,
okay, all right. Got the socks on, Kurt, just for you, man.
He gave mine away.
Who's gonna step up, Mike?
Let's step up. Let's step up. Who is speaking of? Who's stepping up? Now, so I'm going with Cole Hartman in here now. And week 6 with Cole Hartman had 1 target, 0 touchdown, 0 receptions in that game. And I'm not just talking about him making plays in the passing game. I'm also talking about him doing things in special teams. You know, he had a punt return for a touchdown this year. They're going to need offense because this is going to be an air raid attack by these 2 young quarterbacks, Kurt.
And Irv, I could take my pick offensively like Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce, but I don't think they really need to step up. They just need to be them because they're there every single week. I'm going to flip it to the other side. We know Josh Allen is going to throw the football. The Chiefs are going to have to get after him. So I'm looking at Frank Clark. He had 6 sacks this entire season. Last year in the playoffs, he had 5 in the playoffs, in their playoff run. And so he is going to have to step up. They're going to have to find ways to get pressure on Josh Allen, get him out of the pocket, get him uncomfortable in the pocket if they're going to slow down this Bills offense.
Yeah, to me, Kurt, you know, Clyde Edwards-Hilaire had 161 rushing yards last time these 2 teams played. But you know what? He's been hurt. And he's going to try to come back and play. So his replacement, Lev Bell's out too. So his replacement, Darrell Williams now, who had 78 yards last week against Cleveland, he's got to step up big. I just can't believe that Clyde will be there every snap, nursing the injuries that he's had with ankles and hips and whatnot. Darrell Williams is a very capable back, and we'll see if he can, lead these guys. They had over 200 yards rushing, and Darrell Williams is going to be a large part.
The numbers are staggering. He has doubled up Joe Montana now in terms of conference championship games. A full touchdown and an extra point. And if those numbers don't just snap you to attention, Tom Brady has more conference championships, victories, correct? More conference championship appearances, more conference championship appearances than 26 National Football League franchises. Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Now then, it really is ridiculous, Kurt. I mean, when you just say it. So now, the first one's special, obviously, and then the second one puts you in a category of having won multiple. Then the third one for Brady was back-to-back, so that one was special. The fourth one was after a 9-year wait, as you pointed out, Steve. The fifth one separated him from folks like Montana and, obviously, Bradshaw. And then the sixth one, I mean, we could go on and on and on how special each one is, but the seventh one, now, to do it now, at this age, under these circumstances, with a new team after 20 years in New England, would it be, do you think, the most special, Kurt, of all of them? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you just mentioned it, Rich. I mean, I don't know how you say which one's the most special because they all have significance. And Tom's always said that, hey, the next one is the best one. And so I know this one would mean a lot to him, but we can't just gloss over this, the fact that he'll be going to a Super Bowl without Bill Belichick, which has always been the question, who's more important? Are these guys together? Now he's doing it by himself. you can't overstate how tough it is to go to a different organization with a new offense, with new pieces, with the fact that we had absolutely no offseason because of COVID, and he's got his team back in this position. So I don't know where this is going to rank among all the great things that Tom Brady has done, but there is no doubt if they get there and if they win, this will be a huge crowning moment for Tom Brady amongst a huge crowning moment career where it seems like every year we've got something different.
Yeah, this takes all those straps that we put on Tom and throws them away, because we talked over his whole career. I said it, I'll take Tom Brady over anybody as long as it's that system. If it's that system. So we took away from his pure quarterback ability because we locked him into a system, and now he's in a totally different system, and he's taking a totally different team. If he takes this team to a Super Bowl, oh my God, I know it's been incredible. But this is something that's insane. This is the one thing that Peyton had on him. Peyton said, I know you beat me with a number of rings, but I was able to go somewhere else and get a ring. Kurt even had it. I went somewhere else and took him to the Super Bowl. But Tom is about to snatch this. I find it insanely incredible. And yes, this takes it to a whole nother stratosphere. Yeah. When we start talking greatest player, that's it. Yeah. We can stop it.
Yeah. When we start talking about, at first, his biggest accomplishment, I thought, well, it certainly can't be just one season or one Super Bowl or one record or his passing, all those things. And then when you mentioned he has twice as many championship games as Joe Montana, so I started looking at other sports. Well, geez, you're talking about in other sports, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went to 14 semifinals. The championship game in football is a semifinal. All right, that was unbelievable. Reggie Jackson went to 11 semifinals in baseball. I know Reg is watching right now. Yes. How you doing, Reg? Hey, I'll meet you at all those when this thing clears up. Anyway, but to me, you guys have been talking about it. To go to another team, in this crazy year that we've had with no practice in the preseason, no practice in the offseason with a brand new team and a brand new system, to be able to maybe do this is crazy. Peyton did it, but he did it in his 4th year with Denver. His 4th year. Never. Tom is doing it right now without a preseason.
And we're not even talking about, and to do it at home. This going to be, it's the greatest gift any organization can give its fan base. We will win a Super Bowl at home. That's crazy.
It is remarkable.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Kurt. Let's go. Go ahead, Kurt.
And Irv, as you were talking about, too, I was able to take a team to a Super Bowl. Peyton was. But let's also remember, this is his first year in Tampa as well. This isn't 3 or 4 years in where we've built this culture. His first year with this organization, with this offense, to be able to shape it the way he has and have them playing their best football at this moment, pretty incredible.
And I'm glad you said it the way you said it, Irv, because you said Kurt even did it, not even Kurt did it. If you had put the even in front of Kurt, it might have been just like less slightly denigrating in the way you phrased it.
Kurt, I was
nothing because Tom Brady and the Buccaneers boat raced the Packers out of the spot that Green Bay would love to get back to with a win today. But look at those numbers by Tom Brady. A little bit of a glimpse of what was to come for Tampa. Certainly over the last 6 weeks, Brady and the Buccaneers have looked a lot like Week 6. So does Tom have to do even more to win today, or just a carbon copy will suffice in your estimation, Michael?
Listen, first of all, let's just not bypass that, Rich, like you talked about. Did you see the difference in what they look like in Tampa Bay and what they look like in Lambeau? They got to deal with that mentally, first of all. But do he has to do more? I'm going to say yes and no, Rich, because really his numbers are fine. Tom threw for 166 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's the most important thing. If he does that today, get those 2 touchdowns, they have to run for 2 more touchdowns because he's going to need some assistance for running. That gives them 28 points. Maybe they get a field goal in there. And then I need that defense to just make sure that you don't have to do as great as you did last time, but maybe give them 20 points. They can win this game 28-0 with Tom doing what he did.